Hi there. Welcome back to another quick and easy watercolor painting. I'm Rod Bergeron, and today we're going to be looking at a little bit of a line and wash scene, and I'm going to put in there's going to be a couple of buildings here, and these are going to be sort of barn-like buildings. There's going to be another smaller one here, and I'm just working with a Sharpie pen, and this doesn't have to be anything that's extraordinarily difficult. I'm going to put a couple of trees in here, and you can see I'm just sort of lifting off at the end, and I'm trying to create some branches for us. And just wherever it is that you think you might need a branch, just sort of lift off like that. I'm going to put another tree in here also. And again, just lift off at the end. Don't worry that these trees are overlapping. Trees overlap, in reality, trees overlap all the time. I'm going to put another hill sort of coming down in this direction. Now, one of the things that I do pretty often is I double up lines. So I kind of go over them and I leave a sort of a space in between the two lines. It builds up a little bit more mass for you in the line. And this is a very easy, very simple line drawing. Don't try to make it too difficult on yourself. Okay, I'm going to put a little doorway in here, and also in here, like that. And like I said, don't try to make these too much more difficult than that. You could put a couple of more trees if you like. You could put a couple of more trees in the foreground down here that are just sort of very spindly. This is actually a real place here in Northumberland County. Anyway, something like that. That's all you're really going for. Now I'm going to use a fairly large brush here. I'm going to leave those buildings are all going to stay white like that. Okay, so I'm going to use a fairly large brush here. I have a large 3/4 inch flat brush, and I'm going to put in some sky across here, and I'm just going to let that all sort of bleed together like that. I'm going to take a little bit of Payne's gray here and just add a couple of streaks like that of Payne's gray across it. And I'm going to paint this. This is a field right here that it's very much a yellow ochre field. It doesn't really have any growth on it, especially this time of year. It's very, very barren like that. In this field right here, I'm going to make sienna. So I'm just mixing up some sienna here, getting myself a good amount of sienna, and we're just going to go across here and right down across there like that. I'm going to pick up some sienna that's a little bit more intense. Just put some of that across here like that. You could even drop some sienna into there if you so chose. I'm just going to let this all blend together. We're going to actually paint right over top of these trees and leave those buildings alone. So you might want to change brushes. That might not be, that big brush might be okay for doing that, but it'd be very difficult to get around these buildings. So I'm going to switch to this, which is just simply, this is a number 4 round brush. Okay, I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to pick up a significant amount of green here. Wet this a little bit more, and I'm going to put this green all across here and down like this. I'm going to pick up some more water and a little bit more water. And I'm just going to paint around these buildings like this. You see, I'm doing it very jagged, like it's very jagged strokes. I'm using the side of the brush here. I'm not trying to make this too pretty at all, just really jagged kind of strokes across there. And you can see painting over top of those trees, that didn't really affect that at all. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this yellow right here, and we're going to put this yellow in across here. And then we're going to go right back to that green that we had a minute ago. Pick up a little bit more of that green and just swoop it across there and let all those blend together, okay? Don't try to do too much more than that to it. One more thing, I'm just gonna add a little bit more intense, some more intense yellow ochre across there. And I might even grab some yellow ochre and put some yellow ochre in through that if you so chose to. All right, let's let this dry. I think first, before I let it dry, I'm just going to take this little bag of salt. I'm going to put a little bit of salt across there and a little bit in there. I really like what's happening there already, so I'm not going to touch that with any salt. Let's let this dry and see what happens. All right, let's have a look at this. Look at the what this green has done here. Look at the effects of the salt across there. You know, a little bit of salt goes a long ways. These white houses against that green background, those really stand out. Look at how there's some of that yellow ochre is bled into that green. That's all fabulous. And we put our mat on there, and bam, that looks pretty good. I'm really pleasantly surprised with that. Doubling up those lines also is really an important skill to learn. Look at how moody that sky is back there. That little bit of Payne's gray into that blue. All right, thanks for watching today. If you're currently a subscriber, thanks a lot. And if you're not currently a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you ever have any questions or comments, please drop me a line in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for watching today, and we'll see you again real soon.